Hello and welcome, it's Barbara. Welcome to some more collaging inspiration. This is your December daily. It is December 11th. I already have an idea about what prompt I want to do. So as always, the prompt list as well as the playlist for my December dailies is linked for you below. I want to try number 17, which says use postage stamps. I'm gonna circle this, put December 11. Put it back in my pocket. And then I saw that actually there was here in this pocket, we don't have anything yet. So I want to put this one in here, which is a postcard I think I bought at the Christmas market last year here in Vienna. And so I will stick that in here. And I think what was cut out when the part with my advent calendar a few days ago was cut out was also cut out was that I added this tag to this pocket. So this is a tag I made when I was doing my 50 tags challenge, where I had been sent some beautiful vintage ephemera from Sharika from Postal Love, and this was one of the cards I made with a beautiful stamp and another stamp and then some coloring, and you can see here there's copper gilding wax on it as well, and some splatters with gesso. So this is one that I specifically wanted to save for this journal, so that's why I wanted to stick that in here. What I had in mind to do with you this time was to do some collaging using some animals from an animal encyclopedia in the style that I have already made numerous collages. Some of them I've made on camera. Not this one. This is in my personal journal. By the way, this journal, because I know you're gonna ask me, is from the French bookmaker. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it to bits. I've been writing in this probably at least 1.5 years, I have to be honest. I don't write as much as I would like to. All these things here were already in the journal. She did such an amazing job. Oh, these are things actually that I added. So I've decorated it partly. This is also mine. This was in here. And I've been writing, but I think the last time I wrote was months ago. Anyway, I have made a few collages in here. So one of them is this one, and this is the kind that I would like to do today. So I just put a bunch of different animals from the encyclopedia and then put a background. Another example would be this one. I love this one so much. The colors are just amazing. So I even added some stickers in the background. Just beautiful, I think. And then there's another one, which might be a little closer to the style I want to do today. So this is my Filofax. Oh my goodness. This is my traveler's notebook, of course. And this is where I write all my notes for YouTube. For example, what links I'm putting in the description box and things like that. And I did make a collage. Here we are. So this is the same concept, and you see here this one has a lot of stamps in the background. So that is what I'm going for today, and I'm trying to do this so that it looks a bit wintry. Hopefully we will manage. So let's have a look at the encyclopedia. Wait, I almost forgot. We have to open our window for today in my Haribo calendar. So it's the 11th. And we have a roulette. These are these rolls, so I really like these. Again, I will save these for after breakfast or maybe later during the day. I have this wonderful animal encyclopedia, which I found at my Goodwill and which I have been using a lot. As you can see, it is completely torn up, which is what I bought it for, so I don't feel bad. So don't just go tearing up your books that you might have in your library. But maybe you can find something like this in one of your maybe secondhand bookshops or whatever kind of shops you have where you can find used books. If not, then again, I will direct you to the biodiversity heritage site. I will again link this for you with the video instructions on how to use it. But I'm going to choose some animals from in here. And I had seen some penguins, which I think would work well for a winter collage. So here they are. So I have 4 penguins, which is not going to be enough because I want to cover most of the page with animals. For these kind of collages to work, I think you need some sort of a color scheme. So these are all black and white, so that is what I want to stick with. So I want to find some more animals that are black and white, and they don't have to be in the same category. They don't even have to be winter animals. For me, what's just important is that they have black and white, and the weirder the better, I think. It just makes a really fun collage if the animals have nothing to do with each other. So on this one, I see these cute seals. They might work, so I'm gonna put that aside. And then I found a few more. There's this beautiful bird. He has a lot of green around him. I mean, he's beautiful for a winter collage. So I don't think I want to use him, but I will keep him in mind for another collage because I love how he is together with these snow-covered branches. So I will set him aside for future use. What else did I see? There's this one here. I could cut him out. We have these seals here, which would also work. We have this orca here. He's beautiful. I think I definitely want to use him. We have a zebra here. There's also this bird here. He might even work. Here we have some black and white birds, maybe him specifically. He should work really well. I think that's plenty already. Let me just see if I had anything else. Yeah, I think I had picked this squirrel, but I don't think I'm gonna use him. But I think there was another zebra. Yeah, this zebra. So I'm gonna use him maybe as well. And I think that's all I had, which is more than enough. So my next step is to fussy cut all of these animals, and then we can check how maybe to place them on the page. That took a moment, but here is the result. So these are all the animals I fussy cut and that I can play with. These are definitely more than will fit on the page, but this is okay. This will give me a bit of a choice. I also added this stork here, and I think there was one more. I added also this smaller whale. I don't think it's an orca, but it has the same color, so I think he might work. Next step is to try to find an arrangement of these that is pleasing. So I definitely know I want to add 4 of these penguins. And I really want this beautiful orca. It's also really nice, I think, when some of the animals face opposite. So unfortunately, all these penguins are facing the same side. So now I'm trying to get in some animals that are facing this way. I think this one might be too big. Yeah, I don't think I'll fit this one. This will take a little bit of rearranging back and forth to make everything fit. I also want to include the small zebra, maybe up here. he could fit down here. I could of course also put him to face another direction. He doesn't have to go this way. This one is going to be too big unless I change him with the zebra. I mean, he's a bit gray, so this one actually would fit better. Maybe I will do that. Maybe we separate the penguins and have one here and one here. Then this one doesn't work here. I really want to include this little stork. Not gonna fit, no. What about these cute little seals? They're also kind of off-white. But why not? They're so cute. I think that will work very nicely, so I can keep these for another collage. And now is the time to decide what color we put into the background. So I have here my stamp album, where I have my stamps sorted by color, which is hugely helpful for a collage like this. So here I have my reds and oranges. I have a whole video on how I got my stamps like this, how I soaked them off the envelopes and everything. I will link that video for you as well in case you're interested. So here I'm going from red into purple and pink. And then here I have my greens, moving into turquoise and blue, and I think this might be where we go today. And then I have my themed ones, so I have florals here and birds, animals. Don't think I'll be adding any of those. I think I'll just stick to colors. Oh, but I have Christmassy ones. Maybe I will add some blue Christmassy ones as well to the background. That would be an idea. Okay, I'll keep those in mind. And then somewhere in the back, I again have some more colors because I was too lazy to rearrange everything. Yeah, so here I have like grays. But I don't think I'll need grays because we want a color where the animals will pop out from. So I think maybe sticking to turquoise and blue would be the best solution since I'm going for a wintry look. I don't want the warm colors now. So this, and let's see if we can find some Christmassy ones just for the fun of it. Oh, there's one here that I have twice, so that's even better. So there's this one. And there's an Austrian one. Maybe I can fit that one in as well. I think that's it from the Christmas ones. Okay, let's try to place these and then we can try to place some of the other ones. And I'm just moving these where I see there's space in between the animals, partially putting them under the animals. And we're gonna add some other papers as well. It's not just going to be the stamps. There's a Japanese one here with a swan. And I'm trying to kind of spread them out equally, more or less, throughout my collage, and so that they can be seen partially at least. I don't want to cover them completely because they are beautiful. There's an Indian one here that I have twice with a fish. That one's quite perfect. Put him up here. We could add the queen somewhere. She's kind of ruined, but that's okay. A ruined queen. She can be on the back of this bird. I want a couple more. Trying to stay in a similar blue here. This one is quite strong. It is an Amish quilt from the US. Might be too big. Yeah, unfortunately this one's a bit big. I have this one, which is from a province in Austria. Let's slip him here. I want something up here, a smaller one. There's a Hungarian one of a building. Maybe one more up here, and then I think that's all we need with the stamps. There's a ship. This is a German one with a ship. Maybe another small one here, really small one. There's a French one, maybe this works. Yeah, it's better up there. Okay, done with the stamps. Now we need to fill up the rest of the background, and I want to stay in that same bluish grayish color, so I need to find things that I have in that color. So I'll go through all of my scraps and see what I can come up with. I just went through all my scraps and I found all of these light blue ones. And I think these will make a really nice contrasting background. But then I also found this paper in my Christmas box, or in my December daily box. This was from, I don't know where, maybe Daphne's Diary, not sure. But I'm wondering if this would make a good background, like a wintry background, just as a whole piece. I don't know without really trying it out, which means I have to move everything, which is kind of a pain, but I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo of this with my iPad. You can just use your phone, but I'm filming with my phone. So I'm gonna take my iPad and take a photo and then put this down and try to reconstruct everything and see how that looks, and make a decision then whether to go with that or whether to go with these. I think these would actually be really lovely with the colors, but I love that this is a winter background, so not sure what's better. So I've made the photo. I will keep that in front of me. And now I will take everything off. Oh, I don't want to. Oh dear. Yep, I just have to. Maybe I'll take them in the way I put them there. Maybe that will help a little bit. I will tear it down to the size I need. I want rough edges all around. I see on my photo on my iPad that the stamps and also the animals were going all the way up. So if I stop this here, this is not going to be good. So in this case, I need to have it go all the way up and then make the circle indent. By the way, while I was fussy cutting the animals, I was watching one of Maud's videos. I don't know if you have seen her lantern videos. They're absolutely amazing. Like, she's making these beautiful, beautiful lanterns, and you can put them in your journal as well, but she's sending them to friends and neighbors. Let me just see what it would look like if I actually did this. I'm not gonna be too precise now. I just want to get a feeling of, will this work at all? This is not great, but the blue of course will provide a nice contrast, so it might work even though it doesn't look great right now. It is so helpful to have a photo in front of me, otherwise I would really struggle. Yeah, this is quite fast actually to put it back together. So this would be it. This would definitely work. But what I see is, I think it's more interesting to have a variety of papers in the background rather than one sheet. This would be okay, but since I've seen it with backgrounds where it just had a lot of different little pieces, I just think that's more interesting. So that's what I'm gonna go with. So again, I'm going to take everything off. Actually, I can just do this in one now. Move that to the side. And now I will tear these up a little bit and then cover the whole surface here. So I'm going to start with the biggest pieces. Again, I don't want any weird shapes. Only doing rectangles. Although up here I kind of have to do something here because of the half circle. Always remember to tear away from you in order to not get a white edge. Okay, this is ready to be glued down, so I will be back once I've just glued all these pieces. So all the background papers are glued down. I love this variety and I love that they have very similar colors. I was very lucky to find those. So now again, I have to arrange everything here. So let's do that. Let's just get it done. That wasn't so bad. So now let's just add these stamps again. There. And now we can make any more changes before we glue things down. Does it need anything else? I realize it's super busy, but that's kind of what these collages usually are. I feel like it needs something up here, so I will try to find a stamp for that. Maybe this one. This is again an Austrian one, a really old one. But it's a totally different blue. Nope, that's not gonna work. Shouldn't be too big either. I have another German one. Yes, I think this one is good. I like that. So what I am being careful of when I place these stamps is I don't want any of them lining up either vertically or horizontally. So when you look at these, you see they're all staggered, both going like this and like this. None of them are lined up. I think if they would be lined up, it just wouldn't look as good. Okay, it is time to glue everything down, and I won't bore you with that. I'm going to use my tacky glue in my art glitter glue bottle. I'll just explain how I'm going to do this. I'm going to first glue the animals onto the stamps, and that way I will have bigger pieces, which I will then turn the whole thing around. So for example, I would have a penguin with these two stamps, all of these three attached. I would then turn it around, glue the whole thing, and put it back. That's kind of my plan. So I'll see you when that is done. Here it is, everything is glued down. I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit tedious to glue all these little bits down, but I think it's so worth it. I think these are super fun. And there's so much to look at. Like I could look at this for a long time and always find some new details somewhere. Of course, if this kind of background is too busy for you, then what you could do is you could add a bit of gesso to all the background. So anything that's not these animals, you could just cover with gesso, or you do that before you glue the animals down. You could just cover the whole page with a thin layer of gesso. That will definitely push the background visually a lot back, and that would make it calmer. Usually I like calm backgrounds, but for this kind of collage, for some reason, I just think this is super fun. Now all I need to do is add my date. I will do that here on the side, again with pencil, very small. December 11, right there. So very quick video for you today. I hope it was inspiring nonetheless. And looking forward to seeing you back here tomorrow if you want. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as always. And you know I love you guys. Mwah, mwah.